Welcome to the Knocked Off Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Jeans.
A bit tighter, like a bit more, especially how big mine is. Cha-ching! Yeah, it's just my balls are really saggy.
Yes, g'day shaggers. Welcome back to the Knocked Off Podcast. How's Isabella?
She's good.
That's a shot.
How's Jet?
Oh, he's well. How's your week been?
Not too bad. I had a bit of a shit week actually last week at work, but this week's been better, which is nice. We had a good weekend. Cleaned the house for the first time in what feels like forever. Caught up on the washing and the folding, which was very well overdue.
Felt like one of them parents where they're like, oh, I did 10 loads of washing on the weekend.
Yeah, we actually probably did.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But how much of a difference does it make to your mood? Like,
Well, it's lovely being in our makeshift studio here in the spare room of the house and there not being a fucking mountain of clothes just on the floor.
I don't actually feel claustrophobic for
No.
once. But yeah, nothing too crazy. What about you?
I went for a ride on a buddy motocross track on the weekend for the first time in a long time. It's good to ride a track that was actually not rough or fucking dry everywhere. There was a few dry spots, but all the corners were nice and wet. So
Yeah, were you
Pretty
planning
good.
on riding?
not really. I sort of forgot about it. And I thought,
Yeah, it seemed
might as
like a
well
pretty like spur of the moment thing. You're just like, all right, I'm going riding.
go. Yeah.
So okay.
So that was good. Went into the track. Yeah, first time I've been motocross since I was like. I've ridden on the
I was
track.
gonna say I feel
I
like
haven't
I've
raced
seen
since
you
like
there.
16,
Really?
maybe even younger, 15.
Yeah, right. The only other thing I did on the weekend was another assignment, which Jet helped me do some audio recordings of, which was quite painful. Hey.
Yes, we were talking about this and someone had mentioned to Isabella why we couldn't record something when we do a podcast every week. But I said it's because you have to be professional.
It was like a role play of different scenarios. So like I don't know, like one person, Jet was like a patient in one of them, or in all of them actually, and every time I went to talk I just couldn't stop like laughing and nothing was funny.
It gets infuriating after a while.
Yeah, and every time we'd like get into it, I'd have to like pause it because I was going to lose my shit. Like, yeah, I felt like a little kid, you know, when you have to do something like that as a kid and you just always laugh. Or
Yeah.
I remember one time in primary school, this guy got up for like a school captain speech and he didn't like have anything like prepared for some reason.
Jerome Lewis, shit out of
It literally makes me laugh, even still thinking about it. Grade 7. And he did that thing where you get up and you can't stop laughing. So every time he went to say something, he just kept laughing. And then he'd like get himself together and then he'd laugh again. And I literally voted for him because I just felt bad.
Yeah,
Like,
it sucks when you get in like that mood.
yeah. But you know, like,
Nothing's funny.
nothing's funny. But everything's funny to you
Yeah.
in that moment. Like, it's like the worst feeling, but it's so funny at the time. Like,
Yeah, them situations where like you shouldn't laugh.
yeah.
Or like you're laughing in like class with someone
Yeah.
and you're like trying to pull a straight face and then you like just look at them or something.
I
Piss
know.
yourself.
Yeah, funny times. But yeah, we might just get straight into it. I feel like we've got probably a little bit to cover
Oh,
today. What?
I nearly died last week.
Oh,
Cut my leg open, people, with an air conditioner. So be careful with them. 5 stitches in the what even is that? It's not quite the shin, is it?
yeah, I would call it your shin. It's just off from your shin.
Sort of like halfway between what you would call my calf muscle and my shin.
It's not quite at your calf though. I would say
No,
it's
that's
your
what I'm saying.
shin. I would
I
say
feel like
it's
your
more
shin's
your
like
shin.
This bone though.
Yeah, true.
Outside of my leg anyway. Anyway, I survived. It's okay.
Did you tell anyone how you did it?
I just said it with an aircon, like the foot,
Oh, yeah.
the foot of an aircon.
Yeah.
Sliced it open.
I actually got really worried because last week, well, not last week, the week before, Jet like butt dialed me or accidentally called me at work and I had missed it and I called him back straight away. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And it was an accident. So when he did it last week to tell me he'd cut his leg open, I was just like, oh,
There was no urgency, guys.
it was an accident. But I was in the middle of a meeting, so I texted him straight away. I was like, are you okay? Or I think I might have called you. Like once, probably like 10 minutes after you called.
I was nearly at the doctor's.
So luckily he was alive. But yeah, by the way he was describing it, I thought he was losing a leg.
Oh, bullshit.
And then I heard that he like had cried a couple times when he was getting his stitches. So anywho, he's here and he's alive.
I think it's infected now, which is nice.
Yeah, but you want to know why it's infected?
I haven't been covering it up, probably.
Because you keep putting your fingers in it.
My hands were clean last night. when I was
It
squeezing.
doesn't. How are they clean? They're not sterile, or you haven't just
I'll go to
washed
the
them.
shower.
He kept squeezing it. It was fucking disgusting. So if he gets an infection, it's honestly his own fault. But actually, you said you got 5 stitches. I think you probably could have got maybe like 8.
Yeah, another
A few
probably
more.
there's
Maybe
a bit of a
2.
space between, I'd say, like the second, third.
Like
and
every
the fourth
second
one?
one. Yeah.
There were 2 on the
Yeah.
out, like 1, 2, and 4 and 5 are close.
Yeah.
3 is a bit isolated.
Yeah. And like it was a medical student that did it, and he did a good job, but it probably could have done with a few more, just because it was bleeding a lot too.
Yeah, and
Which I
when I
don't
was
think
squeezing it, it's
is-
still like leaking
Stop!
blood.
You shouldn't squeeze it. Yuck. He kept saying to me last night, "This is probably really rank. None of you want to hear this," but he's like, "I swear, there's like pus coming
Oh
out of
yeah, I
it."
was squeezing pus out.
I was like, "Stop! Actually, get away from me."
It's like I kind of get the satisfaction of,
Stop.
of like squeezing shit out of a wound.
Okay, let's move on because
Even
I
though it
feel
hurts.
fucking sick now.
Anyhow.
Okay, so pop culture. I feel like so much has been happening in the world.
Finally, guys, Isabella's got something to talk about. She's
But there's just so much, and none of it's all alleged things, like
it's all very
allegations.
open ended, isn't it?
Yeah, so I can't really give anything that's like factual, I would say. Like it's all,
All alleged.
yeah, but I think that's even better. So hopefully I say something wrong and someone goes and tells someone else about it. So I'll start off with something that Jet's probably not super invested in, but I've been trying to update you guys on it each week, and that would be the Royals with Kate Middleton.
Now, see a podcast I listen to, they've sort of been talking about it, so I've been
A little bit.
getting bits
See, I wasn't at the start, but the more I look into it, the more I hear, it's so fucking fishy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because I'm in 2 minds, some people are like, they said she wouldn't be out till Easter. Like, this is so normal. It's not Easter yet. So why should she be out in the public? I'll recap on what I spoke about last week.
Them motherfuckers are out in the public like every day.
Yeah, it's her job.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like their job.
Yeah. So just to recap for anyone that hasn't fucking seen it, and if you haven't, where have you been? Because it's everywhere. Kate Middleton has technically been MIA since about December, and the Royals made a statement in early Jan, and they were like, she's going like in for like an abdominal surgery apparently, and she won't be in the public eye until Easter. That was fine. Everyone fully believed that. None of that was like abnormal, I would say. Obviously, people were trying to guess what kind of surgery she had, but there was nothing out of the norm, I would say.
It's just so odd that you wouldn't get her to do a video and be like, hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm totally fine.
But all of a sudden, there's been some real fucking fishy shit going on, which is what I spoke about last week. She'd posted a photo for Mother's Day in the UK, which had over like a dozen Photoshop errors where like some of Charlotte's sleeve was missing. Her face looked like it had been taken off another picture. Anywho, there has been a sighting of Princess Kate today.
Yeah, but see, I saw that's another person. Is that what you've got as well?
So, what do you think? Have you seen it, Jet?
I didn't really look into it too much.
I honestly don't think it's her. And I don't want to be one of those people that's just saying that to go along with the drama. But she's in like leggings, like in like activewear, which I wouldn't say we've seen Kate wear for quite some time. Some of the comments I read were like little minor things, like her socks were over her leggings, like that was a dead giveaway. But everyone is kind of commenting that they don't think it's her and they think it's like an impersonator.
This photo I'm looking at right now does not look like her.
Is it the one in the activewear?
Yeah,
walking?
like that one's like zoomed in.
She's so skinny.
Well, she could be as well.
If she has had abdominal surgery, like that could line up, like that could be accurate. But the way she was walking and everything, like it didn't look like her mannerisms. Like she was just casually strolling through this market with William. Another thing, is she walking in front of him?
Sort of,
don't
yes.
believe this allowed to. I don't think she's allowed to do that.
Why not?
Like it's
Like
something to do with like the royal like rules.
courteous thing.
Yeah. Don't you think like it's a bit odd?
Oh no, I'm in two minds. Like I don't want to read into it too much.
Yeah,
and then otherwise,
same.
like if the more you read in, the fishier it does
Yeah.
get. So
It also doesn't really look like him either, I don't reckon.
I don't know. It's hard to tell when it's that far away.
But the other thing is the video is very conveniently blurry.
yeah,
And the people who have released it is TMZ. So they're the first people to get their hands on this footage, which surprises me that no like UK what are they called? Like
journalists.
journalists have had their hands on this. Like they're the ones that are right there. So a little bit weird to me that TMZ are the ones that have shared this. Of course it's blurry. Of course it's like not at the best angle and whatnot. So I'm sure I'll have more to share next week because every day I feel like something's kind of unfolding. There has been so many different conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
That she's cheating, that she's like being like killed. Like some of them are so morbid. But for now, I'm just keeping very open-minded. And I would say for all we know, like it's probably going to come out that everything's normal. But it's like, why are they acting like
Let's
this?
hope
For her sake.
But
Yeah.
all very fishy. Maybe it's a publicity stunt to get
Yeah.
everyone talking about the royals.
But everyone, like I've also seen that they're like, maybe they're focusing on her because something's going down with the king.
Yeah.
You know, they're very smart. I
We
don't
all
think
know
they
what Prince Andrew got up to.
they can't be that that silly, right? Like they know the right people. They've got the money for it. They've got to have something, you know. You'd think they'd be able to cover up shit a bit better than this if something was going on.
Yeah.
Anywho, there's been some big drama going on in Australia in the influencer land. I'm sure you've seen it. I think we spoke briefly about it this afternoon. I said to Jet yesterday, I was like, I have got something like major for pop culture, and he hadn't seen it. I didn't tell him what it was.
Saw like
Yeah.
the start of it.
And he was
Last
like,
night.
oh, I don't know what it is. And then I got home today and he was like, you better fucking have something for pop culture. And I'm sure some of you have probably seen it as well, but it's regarding Veruca Salt and Anna Paul. What are your thoughts, Jet? Just before we share what it is.
I don't like Anna Paul, but I think I'm on her side more than Veruca's.
Okay. So what's happened here is, I don't know, Veruca Salt seems to be a little bit of a problematic influencer. I think she kind of has always been.
Wasn't there a thing with Peach PRC?
There's been some
Had beef with her
drama
or some
for
shit?
quite some time, yeah. And then, of course, there's been some quite like devastating things happen in her life recently, which are awful, and I don't think people need to like bring that up when slamming her at all.
But she brought that up a lot in her side of the story when she was telling
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so I'll just explain briefly because it was all video, so I can't really like say it word for word, but she had put a post on Instagram, I believe, and it said that she'd found out this information.
I think it was on TikTok.
Oh yeah, same thing. And she didn't know whether to share it or not. And like obviously it's a bit like when people are like,
I got a story for you, but
yeah,
I can't tell it.
but I
It's like,
can't tell you. Yeah.
Can't. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. Like she wanted people to be like, yes, let's hear it.
Yeah, and then I saw that
And
she
then can
come
blame them when they
out. Yeah, well, she come out
Yes,
like
I saw that.
today and was like,
Yeah.
"You guys all forced me to do it." It's like, not really.
Anyway, I feel like I need to explain before we keep talking about it. She's come out and she hasn't said this influencer's name, but she was talking about a very well-known, very wealthy influencer who is very, very wealthy.
I already spoiled it. I said her name.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Anna Paul. But this is how she was saying.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't talk about, like, didn't say the name or anything. And she said that through connections of her own, her babysitters, like, friends, blah, 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 is dating. It was a fucking long trail.
That's always a reputable
Yeah.
source. The brothers,
Yeah.
sisters,
Yeah.
mothers, cats,
Pretty
dogs.
much was seeing Anna Paul's dad and that he's homeless. He can't even afford a bottle of water. He's living out of a van, and Anna just texts him and uses him for videos. So she's like, like picking you up so we can go make a video, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the dad is literally on a family holiday with her in Miami,
He's like a van life dude.
and he just lives out of a van. Like, he travels, and he's travelled for years, which I can definitely believe because he's not Australian. So he's travelled all over the world, and now he's travelling Australia, I think, because her fame has picked up, I would say, in the last, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's kind of since then that he's been living here. And she hadn't, I believe, this could be wrong, didn't have a lot to do with him until like the last few years because he was living overseas, and now he's moved to Australia. Anywho, he's travelling, he's a van guy, like that's his thing. But Veruca's come onto TikTok or Instagram and said that, yeah, she, like, Anna doesn't look after the dad, but then does all this other stuff for the mum, and it was very, like, gossipy,
Yeah.
you know?
And then Veruca come out. I saw him, was like, hear it all on my podcast that I'm starting. But everyone sort of like turned on her and saying like, no, you're just making this shit up. So
yeah.
she's gone private on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know about Instagram.
Yeah. And she already is private on Instagram.
Oh,
I think she always has. She also put up a story, so she deleted the videos like probably 10 minutes after.
People got the
Bit longer.
audios there.
Yeah, I've got a screen recording of the video that someone had posted, I think, on Reddit. And she was like, guys, I'm never telling you anything again. Like, you asked me to do this and then you're like backstabbing me, blah, blah, blah.
Fuck you, internet. I'm never telling you guys anything. You
That's-
can't keep a secret.
yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, which I don't get. And I think for someone as popular and I think Anna Paul is very well liked for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, all them sort of creators, there's sort of that side.
It's
It's
not-
like
yeah.
a mean girl side you think they have, but she displays herself well on
Yeah.
socials.
And that's what Veruca was saying. Like, she's someone that always says that she's like giving money and does this good and does this, blah, blah, blah. I think she does. Like, fuck, it pisses me off how much money she has. But I do think she displays herself very well, and she seems like she does do good things with her money. She
I think it's like any of those like people that make a lot of money. You probably shouldn't trust any of them really, but she seems to
like openly like donates and gives.
yeah, she seems to display herself.
Yeah,
pretty
like
well,
yeah, I don't know. Like, there's nothing that I've seen where I'm like, not a fan of her, but I don't follow her.
No,
like,
she
a
kind of
lot.
like annoys me, but
Yeah, like, it is what it is,
Yeah.
right? So I would say I'm Team Anna in this situation.
oh yeah,
And the dad actually did come out and make a statement and had said how it was really silly and how gossiping can just really hurt people's feelings.
oh,
and
it's like any rumor that
Yeah.
starts.
he was like, it's just pointless, and I'm currently on a holiday in Miami with my family, including my daughter. So he put them to rest very quickly, which is good. And I would say, like, for Anna, like, something like that could really, that's cancel culture right there. So it's good that it's
so
kind
funny
of
how-
shut down so quickly.
How it like played out through the day. Everything I saw like last night, this morning was
Veruca, like,
yeah,
how
like
good
Anna's
she
gonna
is.
get
Yeah.
cancelled and all this shit, and then comes this afternoon. Like,
It's just
Veruca's
completely
fucking gone missing.
Yeah, gone the other way. Because I saw that yesterday too. Everyone was like, yes, thank you for sharing this, blah, blah, blah. I knew that this all, like, it was all too good to be true. Here we are. It's all just, and it also shows you how, like, people are not loyal to anyone. They're like, yes, I hate Anna, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh my God, I hate Veruca. Like, I love Anna now. So,
But you're welcome to change your opinions on someone.
100%. So,
I think it shows more maturity that if
people can realise.
switch.
Yeah. So, Yeah, that was a bit interesting. I saw Bella Hadid. She's had a viral TikTok of her morning routine. It's gone quite viral, and let me tell you, it's a lot. Like
I
a lot.
want to hear this.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd share with you because it's shitting on our morning routine, I tell you. But at the same time, I don't envy her at all. So she starts by putting...
You're telling me her morning routine isn't sleep in past your alarm, skip breakfast, get dressed really quickly and go to work?
No.
Oh, damn.
How weird. She starts by putting in a glass, like 3 little dropper bottle, like little chemical things.
I hate watching them things.
I don't know what it is. Then she adds some like goopy stuff to it. Then she drinks it. Then she takes 14 tablets.
Jesus.
Here's a photo of it.
Like multivitamins or something?
Yeah.
I hope anyway.
Yeah, I would say so. Then she drinks them down with a green juice.
Her shits would be fucking liquid.
She's probably so constipated from one thing and then absolutely like diarrhea from the next.
Green juice, that shit goes through you.
Then she's eating like that Seymour stuff. Have you seen that on TikTok?
No. Do I want to see it?
It's like clear.
What? You're
It's
making me the... I haven't even seen it.
Like that clear jelly stuff.
Is it like that kid that went, it looks like spit?
No,
Oh.
but I think that's something. I'll see if I can show you this. It's
How much
se-
more you got? We got a guest coming on quickly.
Do
too.
we?
Yes.
Seymour like that.
Oh, yeah.
So then she has some of that. Then she has some fulvic detox, more chemicals. Then she eats a croissant.
Oh,
And then she has some liquid
Bit of bread.
ionic trace minerals. Drinks that. And then she has some essential
I
oils.
wonder how long that takes.
Then she puts on some crystal bracelets.
It's like at least an hour.
Then she cleanses with some sage. It's just, and then she journals. It's a lot, really.
What would she have to journal about?
My life is so stressful.
Yeah.
Like me journaling. I've got no fucking money. Like blah blah blah. Are you gonna share who the guest is?
Oh, he'll be on soon.
Okay. Well, I'll quickly move on. So the other thing I just want to quickly mention, like in the pop culture category, is Jet and I watched a new show over the weekend called MILF Manor. And it's on, is it Binge? Yeah. It's like one of those like TLC like shows.
So you know the quality is good.
Yeah, you know. And we just expected it to be like this MILF dating show, like where they go on this island or whatever. Turns out the boys that they're dating or that are on the same island are all of their sons.
They're not dating their sons, but like there's, say, 8 mums.
And 8 boys. Like
And
that
they're
are
all
sons.
the sons, so they're all like
It's
dating
like all
each other.
crossing over,
Yeah.
and it is fucked, like so weird.
It's fucking cringe. I can't watch 2 episodes back to back. Like I cringe too much.
Proper, like it's so bad, but so good. And
Yeah.
there's this one guy, Joey, and he talks so slow.
Well, they all need a
He's like-
fucking
and he
punch
goes,
in the head.
Mom. Anyway, how much time do I have until our guest joins us?
1 minute.
Okay, I just wanted to share my Daily Mail article. It's the good old Kanye and his girlfriend Bianca.
Melbourne chick.
Yeah.
Are they married?
I don't know. The article is Kanye pulls down Bianca's pants, exposes butt. This is the photo.
Oh, nice.
So they both wore these outfits that had their pants down under their asses, and he had undies on. She did not. So you could see like crack and
She's got a
everything.
G-banger on, doesn't she?
No,
But no one is at all.
no.
Oh.
And he stuck his hands down her pants, and she's wearing like see-through neon green tights,
Probably see a push
and
on
then
the
just
front.
like this little nude bandeau. Like it's the weirdest fucking outfit I've ever seen. Black stilettos. He looks like he's gonna go rob a bank. So anyway, really random, but let me see who the guest is.
Right, are
hey?
you ready for the guest? Timed it well.
Oi,
Jeffrey Smith, welcome to the podcast, mate.
Jet man, how you going?
Good, brother. You can say hi as well.
Isabel?
Hello.
How you going, Isabella?
Good. How are you, Smithy?
Good, mate.
Mate, I just wanted to get you on pretty quickly, seeing as you're the KDM man getting around.
I thought this might have been coming.
What were your thoughts on Toby Price not getting his contract renewed from KDM?
Oh, well, mate, it's pretty disappointing, but his efforts in that last rally, you know, it doesn't surprise me. He didn't look like he was in the game like he wanted to be there, really, does it?
It was interesting.
Sort of
I saw that, but then he said he sort of thought his best years were still in him.
I know, I see that.
Post.
Yeah.
But what
sorry, mate, you go. You'd have something up your sleeve.
No, what I thought was interesting was Stuart Bailey, you know, the GNCC rider.
Yeah.
He put a comment saying they really take care of their loyal guys, and Pricey liked that comment. So
righto.
She might be a bit of tension getting around there. I don't know.
Yeah, making room for Sanders, you reckon?
I don't know. I heard rumours that Sanders was jumping on another red bike, mate.
Yeah, righto.
That was
what a hero.
That was 12 months ago, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You reckon
No, I'm not really sure, mate, but it's pretty good. They'll make a bit of room there. They'll free up a bit of finance there too, I suppose. Better spend a bit more money on the machine.
they'll need it?
Oh, yeah, just a few little mods, not much. But,
Yeah, right. Oh,
yeah.
I thought you might have been on Pricey's side, but you reckon flick him?
Oh, not so much flicking, but he just didn't seem like he was really that keen this year, you know. Just even when he was talking in his interviews post stage and that, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but he is a bit of a champion, eh? He can just pull things out of his arse.
Yeah, well, I think that leg has probably been his biggest thing. I reckon that's what's like after he snapped his femur, he hasn't sort of been back to 100% of what he was before it anyway.
Yeah, that's true too. And then he's got so much shit going on with his cars and whatever else, you know. It seems, when old age, get in a cage.
Mate, did you happen to catch any of the Supercross or the Pro Motocross in Australia over the weekend, or you too busy?
No, I've never seen any of it. I was too busy worried about the rugby league, mate, I have been.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck. I just hung up on you.
Hung up on me.
Yeah, sorry, mate. No, I thought you must have missed it because in the Pro Motocross, mate, the Pro Women's class was won by a Honda. The 250.
Oh, yeah, the young Cannon girl. I did see that.
Yeah, the 250 class.
There's not much competition there.
The 250 class, it was won by a Honda, mate, and the 450 class, it was won by a Honda. So.
Is that in Australia?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
What do you have to say about the stuff in America then? Because she was a clean sweep for Jet in the Supercross at the Triple Crown, bros. Only second bloke to do it.
Yeah, he's an Aussie, but hey, he's going all right. I'll get on board him, mate.
No, she was good racing, actually. Did you catch any of it or not?
No, honestly, never, eh? I did see a few little posts on his Instagram, but yeah, just about, you know, being the second or third guy to ever take it out, but yeah.
The third race, I think it was from first to sixth. There was less than 6 seconds between them, something stupid like that, when they crossed the finish line.
Yeah, right. Where was Webb?
P7.
Was he there?
Yeah, he clipped a lapper. He was chasing maybe second or third and clipped a lapper on like the second last lap of the first race.
I didn't run over any bloody Pitford lady.
No, missed him this week. He reckons he dodged everything but the cops last week. He got done by the state troopers leaving the Supercross last weekend, but
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I bet you our Lovey's been stood down too.
Yeah, I reckon.
Probably got.
Did you see her interview? She wasn't too. She didn't really care too much about it. She was pretty happy.
Yeah, no, she needs to go back and work on her footwork a bit, I think.
Mate, one more thing and then I'll let you go. Talking about the NRL, what do you reckon about the Latrell controversy, mate, with him swearing on the radio?
Well, mate, That's bloody. He's purposely done that, mate. I reckon, because he plays his best footy when he's got all this drama around him, focused on him from the media, and because the Rabbitohs have been playing like shit, he's just trying to do it up for this weekend.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah. It doesn't really bother me. Hey, like I know you need to.
But it was pretty disrespectful from him. But that's what he goes like, I reckon. But yeah.
Yeah, like I'm in two minds. Like, don't carry on, especially when he acknowledged that he was swearing and kept going. But it's been blown out of the water. Like it was on Triple M at fucking what time? 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Oh, he just said fuck a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair few times.
Yeah,
Still,
maybe four.
But that's probably a time where you have like kids in the car, like
9 o'clock on Triple M. I don't think so.
in the morning.
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
No.
I've seen a post before, something about it, that the Rabbitohs and Channel 9 have actually put a complaint in about Triple M, and Triple M aren't allowed to do post-game interviews anymore.
Oh.
Nah, so they're not allowed to do post-game video. So they would have been right to go out there. Yeah, they would have been right to go out there and put a microphone in front of him, but they're not allowed to video it.
Record it, like in. Yeah, well.
But yeah, there's plenty of other better things that went on in that round. Like, what about that try from Xavier Cope?
Madness,
That was unreal. but then what about the try from Big Moses to the Oda, mate?
Yeah,
that's the try of the year, the try of the century, mate. Big front row in space and see his face. Yeah, it's awesome.
Tell you what, your man, the Hammer, he was having a day out, mate, on Sunday half.
Oh yeah, he's been copping a bit of slack too, like from the bloody media as they do. Oh, he hasn't scored a try in so many rounds. Next comes out and bloody scores 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, that little winger, if you didn't have him, or that shouldn't say little, he was tall fella, that I made on the wing, he would have been fucked without him. He was handy.
Yeah, what's his name? I can't even,
It's your team,
but
mate.
What about Jeremy Marshall King, the Falcon?
Oh, yeah. Jesus. That's mad, eh? Going for a HIA, ball smacking the head.
Yeah. But no, it was a good win. We needed it. And but yeah, it was only the Dragons, but still take it, eh?
Yeah,
It'd be good.
Righto, mate.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see this Thursday night, mate, the big game.
Yeah, she's
Grand
on, eh?
final replay.
Yeah, yep. Who are you backing?
The Ponies versus the Cats. Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't put my tips in, but I'm just going to see what's going to go on here with Fisher Harris, if he's out or not. But if Fisher Harris is in, I'm going the Panthers.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah. But yeah. And then I don't think the Roosters will get another win this year now. But yeah.
Oh,
there they go.
They're going shit, haven't they? I reckon Robbo, his head will be on the chopping block come the end of the year.
No, they're going all right. But Roosters play Rabbitohs. So that'll be a father-son battle there, isn't it? You still on the Roosters or not?
Fuck no, me.
Yeah.
No, I've never been on them.
Oh, you just sort of look like a Bondi boy, you know?
Yeah.
He just follows whoever's winning.
Sonny Smith style.
Queensland to me, mate, eh?
Yeah. Nah.
All right.
Righto, mate. Well, I'll let you get to bed, eh?
No worries, eh? Good chat, eh?
Thanks, Smithy.
Talk to you.
Thanks for having me on. Cheers. Bye.
Oh, that was fun. He's always got such good conversation, I reckon.
Always has an opinion.
Yeah, but always like a fair opinion too. Like that was good.
Anyway.
Cool.
On the back of the Latrell controversy,
Yeah.
I've got some sort of clapback. What would you say? Clapback.
Backlash.
No, clapback from like athletes through media. You know, like that's what Latrell said. He reckons, "Oh, write your articles. I don't care." Blah blah blah. That's sort of how it all started.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's carrying on about it. It's obviously what Latrell wants. He wants them to
write their
write
articles.
shit.
Yeah.
So it was Paul Felder. He was in the MMA, UFC, and he come out and said he was going to come out of retirement to do a fight. And then someone on Twitter comes out, John Fury, who is just a random. He says, "Stay retired, Paul. You're a better commentator than fighter." And then Paul replies, "Does it make you feel good saying that? Now, would you say that to my face, man to man?" And then John replies, Nope, you'd kick my ass. That's why I said it on Twitter. And then Paul replies, fair enough.
That's funny. Good chat.
Another good clapback was in 2020, James Hooper wrote an article about the Melbourne Storm saying 25 reasons why Sydney siders hate Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then after Melbourne won the grand final in 2020, Brandon Smith posted a photo with him with his premiership ring on, and he said number 26 and tagged at James Hooper.
That's funny.
And this one's sort of the other way around. This is a athlete copping it a bit of clapback.
Yeah.
When Floyd Mayweather outed 50 Cent on Twitter or whatever it
Yeah.
was, and then 50 shouted him out for a ALS ice bucket challenge. And then he said, if you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, that 50 Cent said he'll donate, I think it was $50,000 to
Yeah.
any charitable organisation he wants.
Yeah.
And then he comes out like a week later and saying, I know you can't read Harry Potter, so we're going to let you read Cat in the Hat. Because it is a well-known fact that Floyd Mayweather is dyslexic.
Yeah. It's a bit rough, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's good banter.
Good.
I enjoy
good,
it.
Good chat.
So that's about it for the Spotlight this week. We covered a bit with Jeffrey,
Yeah, I like that.
84 Eddie as his
As
His
as
tag?
he's also known, his alias. Yeah, right. I like.
What's up your nose, Isabella?
You know what's funny is I couldn't think of anything up my nose, which is very rare for me. There's always something pissing me off. The main thing that I had up my nose last week was all work related, so I can't talk about it. So that's
Fuck
fine.
it. Name them.
Name and shame, but it's probably best I don't anyway because I've kind of blocked it out. I'm having a better week, so I need to not dwell on it so much because I really was just like down in the dumps last week. But something that annoyed me today is that it's Woolies related again. So last week I had a Woolies related one. I seem to go there every fucking day, so I got beef with anyone else that's there really. There was this lady with, it's really annoying me lately, that's up my nose. They don't have any of the small trolleys, you can only get the big ones. So, of course, today I didn't go through the self-serve with the big trolley so that I didn't get in trouble by the random customer.
I always feel like the big trolleys have a dicky wheel on them.
It did. I could barely push it. So then I had to go through the usual checkout because I didn't want to be shamed in the bloody self-serve for having a big trolley, even though it wasn't full. Anyway, there was this other lady with a big trolley, and every single aisle I went into, she was there with the trolley parked on one side and her standing on the other side looking at shit. And I'm not even kidding when I tell you she was taking the whole aisle up. She wasn't a big lady at all, but she was being inconsiderate. And a couple times I had to like squeeze my way through and past her. And every time I'd be like, oh, excuse me, or sorry. She didn't fucking look at me
Oh, I
or
hate when
even
people
say
do that.
anything. And I'm like, I'm being the one that's polite and it should be you that's moving out of the way, like not me. Anyway, I get down to one aisle, down the very, very end, like less than a metre from the fucking end of the aisle. And she's got her trolley on one side and she's squatting on the other side, like reading the back of every packet in front of her. And I'm standing there with my trolley. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to get through here. She looked at me, didn't move. So I had to turn around and walk all the way back up the other aisle just to get out of it because she'd blocked me in and she wasn't going to move. So rude. It really annoys me how people are just so oblivious to everyone else around them. So yeah, that's what's up my nose. What's up yours?
I'm a bit the same. Nothing too much up my nose. Wasn't really up my nose so much. I just want to get your opinion. It was up my nose a little bit. When you get a ice cream from a servo, how cold do you like it?
When did you get one without me?
Yesterday.
Never do that again. Did you get a Golden Gate time?
Yeah, mate. And I got one maybe a couple of weeks ago, but it was really hard.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking maybe that's a good thing if you had something before it, and then you have like for
Time
dessert.
for it to defrost.
But the one I had yesterday was like perfect, like softness. You know when they're frozen, they're
Golden
really hard
Gate times, you don't want them too soft though, because it all just starts to fall apart a bit. But you don't want them hard where you're like chewing on that.
Yeah, but I thought maybe you'd want it hard, like more frozen. So
if you have
something-
like a sandwich or something, you can then eat your ice cream.
Yeah.
I like it just right in the middle, but I'd rather it hard than soft.
I don't know. I enjoyed it when it was soft. Tell you what, went down a treat.
Oh, but I don't like it when it's like melted. I don't like melted ice cream. I
Oh,
would
no,
not
that's
eat
pain.
melted ice cream. That is a sensory thing, I think, for me. I don't like it. Talking about ice cream, it's really fucking expensive. I was at Woolies today and there was nothing there that like was worth paying the money for. Like tub of ice cream was like $12.
Did you get any?
Yeah.
I thought you said there was something there worth paying the money for.
I just got a little tub of vanilla because I got you some ice magic to put on it, remember?
Oh yes, I do remember
Your
that.
fave.
Good for the diet.
Yeah. Really good for that thing prep. But yeah.
And then another thing, not that big a deal, but on my work truck, the fuel range just isn't the best. Filling it up like way too often,
Oh,
especially
really?
compared to Dad's truck. They're like the same truck. His goes like an extra 100 k's a mine.
It would have like the same size tank, wouldn't it? What?
Yeah, they do. I just got a message from Smithy. How was that? Fuck, I was nervous.
Oh,
Should tell him you done a shit job.
that was probably meant just for you, not the podcast. That makes
Yeah, I
sense.
know. He wouldn't have liked that. Anyway. You did well, mate.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. It would have been the same size fuel tank, right?
Yeah. I don't
Weird.
know. I don't
Maybe
know.
you're just driving more kilometres than he.
No, we'll see. Mine's AdBlue. He's got a DPF.
Right.
I think that might be the difference.
Yeah, probably.
Not sure. It's
Yeah.
annoying anyway.
Yeah, yeah. You know something I don't do often?
What that?
Look how much fuel I have left.
That's not good.
Today I was driving and I was like, oh, I've got 100 Ks left. That is something I don't look at. Like, I probably last looked at it like over a week ago. So I could have just driven and like run out of fuel and probably it would have taken me a while to notice that I was getting low. Although I do get like the low fuel, like, you know, at like 60k. So it probably would have taken me to about them to realise. Which is really bad because I look at my dash, but I don't take notice of that for some reason. You know when you can tell that someone's not listening to you?
Sorry, I was
That's
just getting
me
my
right
Reddit thing
now.
open because
Because Jet just looked up at me like blank staring like,
I get in trouble every time I go looking for it. It actually took me a while to find it.
alright, tell me what you've got.
Okay, it's an Am I the Arsehole?
Yes.
Will I be the arsehole if I tell my friend I don't want to see his girlfriend? Early predictions, Isabella?
No.
Okay. I, 25 male, got dinner with two of my other friends, all 25 male, 2 weeks ago. One of our friends, Chris, brought his girlfriend Kelly, 28, a bit older.
Why is he naming them?
I think so we can keep up through the story.
Do you think they're fake names?
Potentially. Chris and Vicky have been... What the fuck? I think you might have fucked this up. I think you might have given up the real name one of these times. I got Kelly and Vicky. I'm going to stay with Vicky. Chris and Vicky have been dating for 5 months. No one in our friend group liked Vicky when we first met. We believed Chris could do better and do not like her personality. But we wanted to be good friends and be supportive of his relationship, even though we believe they are not a good match. What are you thinking now?
I still don't think this person's the arsehole.
Okay.
Like he's admitted they're just like they're not a fan, but they're trying to be just like supportive. Which I think if he was the arsehole, he would have just straight up from like the get go been like, I don't like her.
Yeah.
And not being able to provide like reason or whatever.
Okay. At this dinner, we were all having a good time and we were beginning to think we could be fine having her around. However, when the check came, Vicky didn't put down her credit card. The waitress kept a check at our table for a while. Before we could do anything, the waitress came and took the check and we paid. We were waiting for Chris to say something like if he was going to actively pay us via Venmo, but he didn't say anything. In brackets, paying for meals with Chris has never been an issue. After the dinner ended, Vicky thanked Kevin and I for dinner separately, which makes it clear that she knew we were paying.
Fucking oath she did. That's so rude.
Kevin and I are so appalled that she would do something so shameless. I suggested we go to Chris and tell him we did not like her behaviour at dinner. And if she is willing to do that to people she doesn't know that well, then she must not be a good person. We would also tell Chris that we no longer want to spend any time with her, so in the future to not invite her to plans involving us. Ooh.
Oh.
Some of our other friends think that is too harsh and we are blowing this out of proportion. However, it's been more than a week and Chris has still not addressed this on his own. Will I be the arsehole if I tell him we no longer want to see her?
Okay. So I think Chris is under the thumb because it seems as though Chris probably knows that what's happened is not right.
Well, everyone's saying that he's the arsehole.
Jet, I'm talking to you.
Sorry.
We actually do this show
Yeah, I know, I'm
this
just
thing together, remember?
Navigating the comments.
Okay. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Chris knows that whatever's happened is wrong
You reckon? I reckon
because it's not previously been an issue. So it's out of character, I would say. But I think that he's scared to say something to his girlfriend.
scared.
Just say something. I also would say, considering that there was a bill to pay for their dinner, I feel like you only really do that at like more expensive places and restaurants, so it was probably like a substantial amount.
Everyone's sort of saying in the comments like, sounds like Chris has paid for her as well, but by the sounds of him, they've paid 3 ways for a 4-person dinner.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Like, in my head, the girl hasn't paid anything. And, like, do you think Chris has paid anything?
Yeah, he definitely paid. He put his card down.
Yeah.
But she
so,
did.
is
So I think
everyone saying, like, Chris has covered?
Yeah, but
No.
from the story, it sounds
It
like
sounds
went
like it's
3
split
ways.
even. Like, not evenly, but, like, split between the 3 of them for 4 meals.
Yeah.
Which isn't fair. Because if she doesn't want to pay, Chris can fucking pay for her. Right?
Yeah.
Jet's not listening to me.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. People are asking
Okay.
questions in the comments.
You read, and we'll just sit in silence.
Someone says, "You're the dum dum."
You're the dum-dum.
Anyway, anything else from you?
It's your story.
Oh, it's over.
bro.
We're done.
Okay. Yes. What's
Oh,
your
yeah.
quote of the week?
Oh, I didn't have one.
We'll find one. You put me on the spot every week.
PP time is not always poo-poo time, but poo-poo time is always PP time.
Not always.
You're telling me you don't piss every time you shit? It's a fact, bro.
Alright. Mine is, if outside validation is your only source of nourishment, you'll be hungry for the rest of your life.
Preach.
Yes, queen. Alright, that's all from me, brother.
I want to recommend my new show, Letterkenny. It's not new, but I've just started watching it.
I've got something too, actually.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it, guys. It's
I'm not.
odd humour, but I enjoy it. They're Canadian. It's a Canadian show. I'm liking it. So if you want something funny to watch, enjoyable, easy watching, only like 25-minute episodes, I suggest Letterkenny.
Quite good.
What have you got to add, Isabella?
I was just gonna say that today I went onto Spotify to obviously listen to music, and it brought up this like little option to like have this psychic. Like I ask them a question and they answer with a song. And I was gonna see if I could like do one with you, so I just gotta find it.
Are we going to do a duet?
No,
I can't wait.
that's definitely not what's happening. So just keep everyone occupied for a second. And it'll rub.
I keep you occupied, listener.
Keep it occupied.
Occupied.
It's just loading for me. So it's called Song Psychic. And it says, your questions answered with a song. Let's get started.
Okay, so am I going to think of a song?
No. You're going to ask it a question and it's going to answer your question with a song. So would you like, it says, what answers do you seek? School, friends and family, love, career, life's greatest mysteries, my future, myself, style, or lunch?
Let me go style.
Style.
Yeah.
I did career today, by the way, which I'll tell you about later.
Okay.
So style. Now, what's your question?
Uh,
Does my outfit match? Should I bring a jumper? Do I need to purge my wardrobe? Should I dye my own hair? Should I cut off all my hair? Should I start wearing hats? Can my friend and I match? Can I keep my ex's shirt?
what was the second one?
Should I bring a jumper?
First one?
Does my outfit match? Do I need to purge my wardrobe?
Oh, that one.
Or you can type
Yeah,
your own
purge.
in. Okay. I feel like you may have already done this on the weekend.
Yeah, I want to see how psychic they are.
Okay. Do I need to purge my wardrobe? Submit. We probably should have done it on your account because it might be thinking it's for me. Okay, put your finger on so it can generate the answer.
Oh, let's get my energy.
Yeah. Has it got an answer for you?
No. It says Don't by Ed Sheeran, so not a very good psychic.
But it's saying don't because you already did it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. So I did one today and it was I picked career. And then my question was, I think it was like, am I on the right path? And the song it gave me was Green Light by Lord.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sing that one for us.
I don't know how it goes. I played it and it like sounded familiar, but I was like, this reminds me, I don't like her songs.
How does Don't by Ed Sheeran go?
Do you want to do another one? I don't fucking know. That's off my, like, I feel like I have that song saved. I don't
Yeah.
listen to Ed Sheeran though either.
Nor do I.
Oh yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do one for both of us.
Okay. Let's be
Um,
quick and then we'll wrap this shit up.
should we do love?
Sure. Tell you what, listener, I got a fucking paper cut on my index finger. It's a real pain. Come on, bro.
Oh, this one says, should I pay the bill on my date? Okay. This is going to be, should I get married? Ready?
Oh, I can't wait.
It reminds me of like when you're little, you have like the 8 ball that you like shake.
I feel like all these are positive though. It's
Maybe
telling
they only have positive answers.
me, telling me not to bloody
Okay.
purge my wardrobe.
Let me see. It's because you already did.
Mm.
It's going to say. It's the
I
Dua
don't give a
Lipa
fuck.
song. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, that's all from me, guys. Anything else from you, Jetman?
Have a great week, listener.
Yeah. I
You
hope
can
it's a
do
good
it.
one. We hope you all have received your merch too.
Oh yeah, everyone should have theirs.
Hope you love it.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to probably go get Jet some ice cream because he always forces me to do shit like that for him.
If times are tough, listener, you'll get through them.
It will get better.
Always will.
Always has.
You got to get through the tough stuff to look back and appreciate the good times.
Is that right?
So
No, because if you're looking back at tough
to look
and
back, you want to look back on the tough times to appreciate the good ones.
good times, yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said you said you got to get through the tough times to look back on the good times.
Oh, well, the listener knew what I meant.
No, they fucking didn't. All right, that's it from me. I'll talk to you next week. Hopefully we can see if Kate Middleton is still kicking and where she's at.
How do you say goodbye in French?
Au revoir.
Au revoir.